Welcome to the League of Geeks YouTube. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
And we're back with more WandaVision.
And I gotta say, WandaVision this week, I didn't like it.
Anti-climactic.
I told you guys.
I feel some type of way about that. I feel some type of way about the forcing of Monica Rambeau being a superhero. They're forcing it, and I just don't fucking like it. I just don't like it.
Monica Rambeau's been a superhero for a long time.
She did the suit, Sean. She did the fucking superhero landing in this. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's just forced.
I was irritated as much about that as I was when Pepper did her fucking bullshit in Iron Man 3. I was like, you don't land like that.
I'm telling you, man.
You don't just get your fucking DNA scrambled and suddenly you land like Iron Man.
But Iron Man lands like that. Every other male superhero lands like that. Deadpool called out. Every superhero's been landing like that.
You don't see that? You don't see that they're forcing it?
I don't feel that
they're
Monica's
forcing her to
being
be
forced.
a hero.
But she is a hero.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like the way it's just being. I'm going in. Like what? Like what? Like what are you doing? Like you're not even using logic. You're supposed to be like smart. You're supposed to be, but you just jumping into shit.
She is because she's going in because she felt what Wanda felt.
But
it
what
makes
the fuck
sense.
did you feel? What did you feel? Like how do you know how Wanda feels? Because you don't know.
She does. She was in there. So okay, you missed the whole point. Everybody in that bubble feels what Wanda feels. She even said it when they were out, when they were arguing about it. She feels the grief and the sadness and the hole. She knows what Wanda's going through outside of it because she's feeling the same thing. She feels it because Wanda's making everybody feel it. Everybody inside the Hex is feeling what Wanda's feeling. So how can you question that?
I don't like the forced superheroism. That's why I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
I don't think it's forced superheroism.
Well, I also think maybe, Sean, you're a little irritated because just like me, we were hoping for that engineer reveal, and instead we got
piece of fucking shit.
Instead we got some military guys that were there on behalf of engineer person, and I get it.
She said I have a guy for that. I mean,
she did have a guy for that. That's just not who we met. We met his liaison, and it's fine. It's fine.
Is that what that was? Because they didn't say it. They just said, "Hey."
I assume that soldier that brought out the vehicle was not the engineer. I assume it was just a soldier that was there. I don't think they revealed who her contact is yet. Right? Am I wrong?
I don't think they did either. So, and I told you again. You guys get in your head.
Us, you were assuming that it was somebody too.
I said maybe it was Blue Marvel, but I said I'm not getting my hopes up because I said I'm not going to let that drag down the show for me, you guys clearly are.
No, I'm not letting that drag down the show for me. I'm saying that it was an anticlimactic reveal because we didn't get the engineer. I don't think that the engineer was this military woman. I don't think that's who it is. So I still think that is a cameo that's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So my hopes are still high for that. I just wished it would have happened here. We've invested a lot in this damn show, and the payoffs. Well, I can't say the payoffs have been bad because we've been just gushing on the last few
good.
weeks.
There are good payoffs to the show. The show is a good show. I'm not upset about that. I'm upset about just. You know what? I gotta sit here and say that maybe I think Monica Rambeau is getting that Captain Marvel feel, and I don't like that feeling. Like that feeling bothers.
I don't think so. I like Monica Rambeau way more than I like Captain Marvel.
I like the character a lot.
I don't know.
I'm a fan.
I'm not there.
I like that she got her suit in a way. I like that because that is the black and white. Is one of her suits in the comics.
It looked more gray to me. Is it black and white? It looked gray.
Yeah, but kind of shaded.
Sean, when you don't like something,
I don't.
That's it.
Every little piece. Every little piece of it. I just don't like it. I really don't think I like the character. I really don't. I just don't think I like the character herself. I'm just not like into it. It just bothers me. She's just so, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, really? Like,
she's a strong female character, Sean.
I guess.
That's what Hollywood thinks they look like.
Okay. All right. I did like the reveal of. I'm thinking this may be the main villain, Noah.
No.
No. Think it's still Mephisto. So. Well, they did say there's another. There's another.
Maybe not Mephisto. I might have gone different now. Now that I'm seeing all the purple. So Agnes is revealed to be Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, Agatha Harkness. Yeah.
Which we knew. I mean, it's kind of the secret that I thought it was hilarious. Her little theme song intro.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was really funny. Kind of reminded me of, like, the Munsters and shit. Like,
yeah. It did.
But seeing her dungeon, that under the thing where you're seeing multiple different, like, symbols and shit, there could be other ramifications. And the purple everywhere, and her purple magic, especially thinking about that this leads to Doctor Strange 2, has me thinking maybe it's Dormammu, because they already introduced Dormammu, and Dormammu is a pretty big bad, has those powers, keeps trying to get into our reality.
Yeah, she may be trying to resurrect him or something
and
to bring him back.
And maybe the big cameo that Vision's happy about is
Robert De Niro.
No, Robert De Niro.
I heard Robert De Niro.
Why would Robert De Niro?
Al Pacino.
Where did that come from?
Al Pacino might be Mephisto.
That's
what they were. Yeah, that's what I heard.
So like a Devil's Advocate is now an MCU movie, or what else are we doing?
That's how you bring Keanu back. No, I think it might be Mordo, Baron Mordo. They bring him back because we know he's been trying to get people with magical powers to take him out, and we know in the comics he turns bad. It just seems like a linear thing rather than all these splinters. They're gonna have their battle. You're gonna see a magic battle at some point between Agatha and Wanda, and because of that battle, they're going to. Maybe that's what opens the multiverse up. Maybe that's why there's madness to it, because the magic that they're using seems to be. Because she controlled Pietro, I still don't know if that's MCU. Not MCU.
Yeah,
Pietro.
did she bring him from a dimension? I would assume
I don't
she did,
know.
right?
I mean, why else would you have?
I mean, at this point, literally, he could just be a guy.
He could.
Just a random guy, and we know him as the audience in the real world as. Quicksilver from the Fox movies, but in this universe, that doesn't mean dick. Like, he could just be playing a guy.
He could.
And it's just like a really fun cameo.
It's just something fun, nod, wink. It could be that. It could be she didn't know the real Pietro and went into the multiverse to find one that would have matched up. Something like that. Who knows? But the commercial about Nexus really, really got me, because there is the Nexus of the universe, which is like the multiverse. It's the Nexus of the universe where the universe splits off. That's one part of it. And also in the comics, Wanda is a Nexus level power character. There's only a handful of them that are like that.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that Nexus shit, so I assume.
Me neither. I just found it. I love listening to like the side effects.
I do too. Side effects more depression. It's like you take this
because the world doesn't revolve around you, or does it?
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's what it's telling you, because it's like Nexus level characters is like Wanda, because she could break reality. Phoenix. We're talking about like the highest of high power characters. And then on top of that, you're talking about reality and breaking into the different realities. You're in the nexus of the universe. I mean, that is a legit thing that has been talked about in reality and in Marvel. So it's not like it's something different. So I like that here, especially with bringing that in. But the purple, you see all the devil symbols in that thing. I mean, it's leading into some big bad. Are they going to use Dormammu again? Maybe. Because all we got him is a giant purple head, but his magic too, because I rewatched that scene of Doctor Strange. I put that on afterwards because I'm like, I knew he was purple, and he had purple eyes and shit. Like, it was purpley glowing. So I'm like, that could be the easy bring in. And then that cameo could be Mordo at the end trying to, maybe he's working with it,
Could be, but Mordo is not a Luke Skywalker level cameo.
No,
it's not, and that's why I keep saying that I don't think anything. Number one, a Luke Skywalker level cameo. We've been waiting for this Mark Hamill, this Luke Skywalker for 30 years.
No,
I
but they
haven't
have
been waiting
that.
for 30 years on anything.
No, but they have characters that they could put into the show that would elicit the same reaction as a Luke Skywalker cameo on The Mandalorian. It would be as big. It would be as huge for the
literally
fandom
Tony
of
Stark.
Unless Nicholas Hammond
Literally
in his Spider-Man booties comes out. I mean, I don't know.
I'm
Lou
telling you,
Ferrigno's Hulk shows up.
it may be Robert Downey Jr., dog.
Downey, they're not bringing Iron Man back into this right here. No,
you son of a bitch. You know you want it. Look at your face. You know you want it.
I'm not going to turn it down, but I'm telling you it's not going to happen. That they wouldn't.
You say it, but you don't know it. We don't know anything. They can pull a fucking shit out their ass right now.
We don't.
Last week you was talking about Tobey Maguire, so come on.
Well, of course.
Tobey Maguire over fucking
Robert
Downey Jr.?
That still could happen. Toby's my guy.
I see no reason why Toby would show up in this at all. Like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna thwip against the fucking edge of the
Toby showing up like an end credit scene. They did an end credit scene here finally, so now we know we can get them. Now we're in like almost
a terrible
like
end credit scene, by the way.
That was so dumb. It was so dumb. Wow. I didn't even understand it. It was like, hey,
Snoopy, like Snoopers get Snoopy or
Snoopers
some
gonna
bullshit
snoop.
Like
Snooper's
gonna snoop. That's what
I didn't understand.
Well, I mean, Pietro wasn't there the whole episode, so now he appeared. So
what did you guys think of the Office / Modern Family take on this week's? I love the intro. It was straight up Office.
I liked it a lot. Yeah, the music. Yeah,
the music was.
Yeah, the music was. Yeah, and then seeing all the different Wanda again, because the show was doing the Nexus thing. It's not about you, but is it? Because the whole episode was Wanda, the intro. But I also like Darcy here telling Vision everything, and then Vision.
I fucking hated that scene.
Oh,
the clown shit. I hated the clown shit. I hated the whole. I did not like the whole.
But you know what though? Like look
vibe to it.
Look back at that. That strongman, that belt he was wearing. It's the Sentry's belt. It's the same fucking belt the Sentry in the comics wears.
Oh, that was cool. I didn't see that. I didn't even pick that up.
I liked that he had a big ass. I mean, because it meant strongman, but like the logo, how it looked, the colors, because it was blue and gold, like that blue and like yellow. I'm like that's
if you're gonna do Sentry, I wouldn't.
It's not gonna be that guy. I'm just saying, like it was, But,
no. What I loved about this is that we don't get a bunch of weird Darcy shit. We get Darcy being weird for about 10 seconds before Vision touches her head, and now we got our regular Darcy back, and that's a good call on their part. I did not want to see circus Darcy.
Yeah, I like that a lot because I like Darcy telling Vision everything that happened. She's like, well, you died. Oh, well, that saved the universe? Well, no, because then the bad guy reversed time, and then Wanda had to watch you die again.
Again, where is this fucking information? Who is telling all this detailed information to these goddamn people from beat to beat?
There was only Wanda, Vision, and Thanos in that area at that time when that happened, which wasn't being recorded by anybody but the Russo brothers.
Well, how do you know? This is Wakanda. Wakanda's got cameras everywhere. There's technology everywhere.
I don't believe
they live streamed it. Although you're right, they live streamed this shit.
Yeah.
And how would you know? How would you know if somebody reversed time? Somebody could reverse time an hour from now, and here we are. I wouldn't know. Nobody would.
I am not complaining.
This is what I have to pull this because I don't understand it. It's like who is telling these stories, and who are they telling it to, and how is it being recorded? Like, where's that show at? I need to find that show.
You might. Who knows?
Of the interviews of I'm going to interview.
We live in a world where information is released whenever people feel like it. Like, it'd be hard for me to believe that in this world, if somebody reversed time and there was a big purple alien and that's why everybody died for 5 years and then came back, we wouldn't have that as our common knowledge.
Yeah,
but you gotta remember too.
Like, well, swamp gas. And,
you gotta remember too, though. Like you're talking. Jimmy Woo's an FBI agent, so he's got intel. He's got insight. Darcy, I mean, she worked with Jane Foster, has connection with Thor. It's not like it's not just random Joe Schmo having this information.
But it is people tied
in. Listen. I don't care that Darcy knows it. I don't care even. I actually like that she tells Vision this because it's able to move his character forward. I'm not griping about that. I'm talking about the overall idea of how the fuck anybody knows what the fuck happened in a country where, as far as the world knows, Wakanda doesn't exist.
No Wanda. Yes.
Well, no, but they know now Wakanda because even at the end of Black Panther, like. He was doing more to help and opening up the borders. Remember, they were talking about getting a Starbucks.
That shield was up, homie. Okay.
Well, yeah, they put the shield.
They might have been like, we'll let you guys know, but they weren't letting everybody know.
I just need the interviews. That's all I want. They're like Marvel, the interviews. Like, I want to see these motherfuckers recount every single fucking piece.
Maybe you'll get
after
that.
The snap. Because when did she have time to fucking interview when Wanda was just there? There was nobody else that was fucking there. When did she have time to interview that? There was no time for that interview. Where? Who
said Wanda killed you? Yeah. And then the bad guy reversed time and then killed you in front of her. Like, there was nobody that witnessed that. So
what? Who
has that information?
Who did that? Who watched this?
It was a very poignant moment, a very poignant and private moment in the movie.
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense. It's just literally crazy. I don't care, but it's just.
What? But you do care because you keep talking about it. So
I do because it makes no fucking sense.
I think it's fine. I don't care.
Oh man.
And I mean, ultimately, it's fun to talk about and be like, who's this one bastion of knowledge in the MCU? I want to meet this old bi-speckled little fat old man that fucking has like this giant binder of fucking notes and like he knows everything. Like, I want to talk about his story. Yeah. I don't care as far as the show goes. Like it's one of those things that like comes up, but it's not killing the show for me. Although it's just a fun thing to debate.
I get it. And I did like that Vision. Vision stopped the interview. He was like, "What am I doing? Why am I talking here?" Like when he was doing the Modern Family thing. There's a little mic. He just rips it off. Like, what is going on?
It just phases through the truck. That was good. I also liked the Wanda putting up barriers in front of Darcy and Vision. She put up the roadwork crew and then the kids. She was like, "What the hell? All these kids."
And I liked Agatha say, I'm not going to bite your children. And then in the interview, I did bite a kid once.
Yeah.
And I killed Sparky. Oh, damn.
I know. It was great because there was a meme out there that the kids love because they love Parks and Rec. And they know her from Parks and Rec as well. And there was that episode where
she killed little Sebastian.
No, she didn't kill little Sebastian. Which she called Leslie a dog murderer because they were closing down the animal shelter. She's like, "Is she a dog murderer?" Like that was the clip, and it's like, it's like you live long enough to be the hero.
Watch yourself become the villain.
But yeah, and then again, I go back to the book here, like what. They already did, and I know once I say this show, you guys are all going to be like, but in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they already brought in the Darkhold.
Sorry.
In the Runaways, they already brought in the Darkhold, and I don't know if it's going to be the same book here.
Is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is that show...
It was run by Marvel.
Canon?
I don't
know. It canon?
I don't know how much of it's canon. I don't know if it's alternate reality canon. Because of Coulson, there's still that Hydra stuff.
They did time travel shit in that show too.
They did at the end. So I mean, and then Ghost Rider showed up and took the Darkhold book back to hell. So, and then the Runaways took the same book. I mean, I really didn't watch that show very much.
I watched the first season.
I want to go back and just finish it up. Just to kind of get the piece of the story.
Yeah, but see, then now you gotta watch Cloak and Dagger. I watched the first season of Cloak and Dagger, and the second season was just.
Well, that's why I'm happy with these MCU shows, because I'd rather have this. I'd rather have this than anything else.
I agree.
It's true. I mean,
I agree. I can't wait. I really cannot wait for Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'm glad it's going to be like a 60-minute or 50-minute show.
Yeah, it's going to be 40 to 55 minutes.
Yeah,
but it's last episode. It's 6.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. They got a lot to get to.
No, they do, but the thing is, it's going to lead right into Loki. And I think that's some of this stuff. I think that some of the setup here, too, is going to be for Loki.
Oh.
Because they're leading into a lot of magic shit, and Loki is all about that shit.
Isn't it time?
Well, he's doing the time variant shit, but they're talking mystical things. I mean, in some of the backdrops of those trailers, you're talking about a lot of different magical characters. So, I think this might be a bigger setup than we think. We're wanting these other setups, but I think we're going to see the ramifications touching everything. So, I don't know. I'm curious on the book. The book is the one thing I'm really wondering, and I want Mephisto? Yes, but would I be upset if it's Dormammu? No, because I kind of think Dormammu got the shaft, and I like Dormammu.
He was a fine villain. It was a good finale.
It was a good finale, but I mean, I like.
He's also trapped in a time loop. Maybe it's him, but last time we saw him, he was trapped in a time loop.
But maybe Agatha got him out, or
it's possible.
Or she's using Wanda's powers to get him out.
I think it's too pointed. I think it was all Agatha everything. At the end of this episode, where it's like everything that happened, it was all Agatha, and it's like I think that's too pointed.
Agatha keeps talking about her husband Ralph. Even in this episode, kept bringing up Ralph.
Okay, but Ralph is not Dormammu.
Maybe he is.
He could be anybody.
It's true. Could just be some dude named Ralph.
Could be some fucking dude named Ralph. She's like, and here is my husband. She's like some fucking dude eating potato chips on a couch. Sup? Fucking Ralph.
Look, I love the show. I didn't like this episode. That's
you know what I think, Sean? I think you wanted more.
Again,
from it.
You wanted Reed to pop out.
We had those. Well, we also had those rumors that the last 3 episodes are an hour long. So unless they're doing the 10th episode that we don't know about, there's only 2 left that we absolutely know about. So this one wasn't an hour. It's like with it coming to a close, I don't want 8 episodes of build up in 1 episode of finality. I want that ending to feel as big as this. We've invested a lot of time and a lot of energy in talking about this shit and theorizing and all this. I mean, not just us. I mean, the whole world, really. But I feel like we need a bigger payoff than a 30-minute finale.
I agree.
Well, we're not going to get a 30-minute finale. I would bet on that. But I don't think we're getting a finale. We're not getting like an end of the movie because, again, this is leading into, just like most of these Marvel movies, they're leading into other things.
But there has to be a finality to this story.
There'll be a finale, but there'll be a finale in a way of Vision dying and she's going to have to let go of that and do something like that. That's what I see. But a finale where Agatha's defeated, maybe not.
It's gonna suck if Vision. I mean, of course, Vision's gonna die at the end of this. I mean, that's what I think is gonna happen. But
I think that's the thing too. We're so.
I wish we would have gotten some more awesome Vision shit.
We still might. I mean, they have those trailers out that we've seen bit pieces that still haven't happened. That it's their home. Let's go fight for their home and stuff like that. Like we initially thought that was gonna be them fighting against Sword, but
maybe after Darcy tells Vision all this shit, Vision goes back and is like on board with Wanda.
I think he is.
I get why you did it.
He even said it. He even said like what she's gone through, because to Wanda, it's only been a few weeks. From him dying twice and doing this and then coming back to life and then fighting Thanos and then stealing his body, it's only been a couple weeks for her. You know what I mean? And like, she's gone through all this roller coaster in a few weeks, even though most people have had the 5 years.
It was 5 years, yeah, because she got dusted. So yeah.
So I mean, that's why he because you could tell, like, that's why he flew off. He's like, I gotta go get her, because he understands now. He couldn't figure out what the hell was happening. He still doesn't know what he is. But it'd be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they do figure out a way to bring him back, use some of her powers to give him a type of stone, you know.
And, you know, I've heard a lot of people talking about how, like, will WandaVision introduce mutants into the MCU? Here's a news check for you. It already fucking did. Mutants are described in the MCU or Marvel Comics as people that are born with their abilities. We got 2 kids in here that were born with abilities. The first ones in anything MCU related ever. Yeah. That were born with their abilities.
They used miracles in Ultron because they couldn't say mutant yet.
They used like enhanced or something like that.
No, Age of Miracles. That's what Strucker said.
You're right. Captain America called them enhanced.
Yeah.
But either way, like, nobody was born with abilities. Everybody either was like trained for them or was given them through a bottle or a pseudo armor or gamma radiation, what the fuck ever. Wiccan and Speed are both born with their abilities in this show, which means technically mutants.
Well, that's the other thing, though. We don't know if Wiccan and Speed are coming back or how they're coming back.
My question is this reality real? Like, is all this actually real?
Well, we don't know.
Once the barrier falls, does it all go away?
It all depends.
That's what we got to know by the end of this. Like, if this all exists,
if
then
Wanda has to drop everything and let go of the hex, and that kills Vision and her kids.
Yeah, she's gonna be unstable.
That's gonna be
unless
fucking dark, man. That's gonna be so dark. That's dark, bro. Kill your kids and your husband to save the world. Oh my god!
You already had a person who laughed at killing a dog, so I mean, why not?
It's a dog. It's a dog. She's just a crazy person. But your kids and a husband's a lot different than a dog. Like, that's a big.
Just saying, and the devil sanctum in her basement with all the devil horns and all the. I mean,
yeah,
it is dark. They're playing a light tone with dark themes. I mean, if you go back to the last episode, the other thing too, and I forgot to talk about this in the Halloween episode too, was they were watching in the background in one of the scenes, like they had it on a big screen, like an outside little festival thing. They were watching Night of the Living Dead. And I know we talked about this, that maybe all these people here are dead people.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And they gotta fight all fucking zombies, dude.
I don't think there's zombies that are gonna fight Marvel zombies here, Sean. Stop getting all excited.
Look at Sean getting ready to drop hero bombs.
But I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering if, like, that's where all these people come from.
Well, my question.
They're all dead people. They don't know they're dead because Wanda's reanimated them. But maybe that's why she's able to control them so easily.
My question to you is, what is going to be the battle at the end of this? Like, clearly Vision and Wanda gotta take on something else, but
they're gonna take on Agatha.
Are they taking on Sword also, because they're about to attack as well?
Well, I think there's gonna be a multiple front battle here. Mm-hmm. You know, because you also have Monica, and I think Monica might be having more of a battle with Sword than Wanda and Vision. I think Wanda and Vision.
So Wanda and Vision take on Agatha and whoever the other big bad is,
whatever the other bad is involved,
or
Quicksilver.
And Monica and the Engineer take on the rest of Sword.
Monica and Jimmy Woo take on the. I don't think the Engineer is getting into a fight here.
Yeah, with stretchy arms and shit. Okay, he is.
Okay. Plastic Man from DC is coming over into the multiverse.
What the fuck are you? What?
Well, I don't think Mr. Fantastic is Mr. Fantastic yet. Anyway, they're not gonna just drop that bomb on us. I can see a Reed Richards, but I can't see Mr. Fantastic. I can't see Sue Storm. God damn, would that be a bitch if they dropped the whole Fantastic Four and just dropped that shit on us just in one jump?
All four of them in suit.
The last episode is an hour and a half long. It's a full movie.
Could you imagine, John? Could you imagine? Fucking, it's clobbering time.
Oh my!
Human Torch flies in. You're like, what the fuck am I seeing? Ah!
Yeah, I mean, Marvel doesn't like to always do origin stories. I mean,
it's true.
They really didn't do one with Spider-Man.
It's not like they can't go back on
it.
If they were to do that, there would be nothing better. There would be nothing better.
And I need to correct myself because they have done many origin stories, but they've also told some of these later ones a different way. Because
somebody's popping up in this bitch. I don't know who it's gonna be. I mean, I'm thinking Strange. Like honestly, this leads into Strange, and maybe
Strange and Mordo makes sense.
Like, and who's the other dude? Strange's buddy.
Wong.
Wong shows up with his shit, does his thing. I don't know what other fucking goddamn moment they could drop on us that could be so fucking monumental that we're just like, holy shit, they just dropped the whole, unless they're bringing out all the fucking Avengers and like, but that's not gonna happen. Like, I just don't know.
Sean, could you imagine that fucking, that the dude that's in charge of sword turns around and he's like, Richards, you left us up there, or some shit. Fucking boom, stretchy arm punch. Wow, cars flying around. Oh god,
I don't know what to do, dude. I wouldn't know what to do unless they're pulling out fucking X-Men, like Magneto, out of their ass, and his fucking Fassbender. Oh, that'd be a bitch. But I don't think so. I'm just so curious. And
again, I'm imagining that scene where Sword Guy's walking in, and all of a sudden, all the cars behind him just fucking crunching a little fucking tin cans. All the guns fly out of their hands. Like, turns around, just a silhouette of this motherfucker in the air like this, with his hands up. Like, oh shit! Oh shit!
I don't know, man. It's got to be big though, man. You can't say Luke Skywalker kind of moment, and then drop some bullshit on me, and I'm just like, oh, that was weak.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
why
it's hard to live up to that a little. Like, how do you can't live up to that?
I don't think anything can.
I don't think you can live up to what we are seeing in our head as being like, well, this would be cool. Yeah, it would also cost millions of dollars and a whole bunch of crazy shit. But like, still.
It's a fun show. I'm glad we got it. I'm very happy we got it. There's some things, again, I got some nitpicky things that I don't like, but that's just me.
I'm glad we got it, and I think we would have. And I'm not saying we don't enjoy it a lot, but I think we wouldn't be so hard pressed on it if it wasn't the first Marvel thing we got in a year and a half. Because I mean, we should have already had a whole bunch of action movies and everything. So like, I think we're missing that action. I think we want the action. I think that's what we keep bringing up.
Yeah, we don't have the Marvel action, not in this show.
We don't, but I don't think we would have been upset by it if things were normal and we had Black Widow, we had Falcon and Winter Soldier first because that's what we were supposed to, and then we get this as like a change of pace.
It's true. Like, It's true. It might have been a nice break, but also like I still hold on to my opinion that this show still feels like it should have been dumped all at once.
I agree.
I think that I would have been a lot higher on the show if
it's a hard burn.
You know why? I don't, because I think
I get it's a mystery show. I get
it's not even that too. It's how it's done with the. I mean, we're living through what Wanda thinks American life is. Like when her and Vision were on the run, what were they doing? They were sitting in a hotel room, hiding out, watching sitcoms. That's what they showed us in Infinity War. Like that's what they were doing when they were out. So Westview is her view of the West. It's what she views the all-American life. It's why this is her reality. And getting that in 30-minute sitcom clips, if they dumped it all at once, where we're going sitcom to sitcom to sitcom, for 2.5 hours, I don't know if it would have that same kind of impact, especially with all the commercials that they're doing.
I think it would have.
I'm just saying, like I like the take of it because it's a throwback, and it also you're getting into the mind of her. I get what you're saying, Steve. Believe me, I would have liked to have already seen episodes 8 and 9 and then rewatched it again, and I will rewatch it in one sitting afterwards. You know, it's just.
I don't know if I'll go back to those first two.
I'll go back.
Start around episode 2.
Yeah, I might not go back. I do watch the episodes twice just to make sure, you know what I mean, make sure I didn't forget anything.
I'll go back. I'll go back. Especially depending on how it leaves off, I might go back before Doctor Strange, you know, just to get that refresher. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right. There's WandaVision.